Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is on top 10 insane upcoming zombie and survival horror games 2019 and 2020. So without wasting any time, let's get started.
From me. Everything but my life. Now, it has come back for it.
This means when your squad first jumps into a chapter, you're going to want to stay as quiet as possible. Noise attracts zombies, and the game will spawn far more for your team to deal with if you run in guns blazing. World War Z's AI director is constantly adapting to how you play through each chapter. If your squad seems to be progressing a bit too easily, don't be surprised if you run into a colossal horde just around the corner. On the other hand, if your team is preparing to face a horde event with low health and resources, the AI may swing things for you with an extra defensive auto turret or mortar. Knowing when it's best to run and gun, hold defensive choke points, or just sprint like crazy can be the difference between life and death. Between gunning down the undead, you'll also want to keep an eye out for hidden loot. You may find the occasional health kit or ammunition box in your path, but some of the best catches require leaving the beaten track. Special zombies shake things up even further, forcing a change of tactics at a moment's notice. Gas bags will charge your squad, and anything but precise headshots trigger a nasty cloud of toxic gas. Screamers will cause more and more hordes to assault your team until you take them out. Easier said than done when you factor in the other special zombies that may be laying in wait. Depending on your prowess upon completing each chapter, you'll be rewarded with new perks for your chosen class and points towards upgrades for each weapon. As you and your squad unlock more, you'll be able to take on higher difficulties, meaning even greater rewards.
Migration patterns, and they eat. And mostly, what they want to eat, that's you. Swarmers are the most common. Their name comes from their behavior. They travel in groups of 2 or 3, rarely alone, and sometimes in hordes, which seem to move and respond as if a single organism. Newts are opportunists and only attack if you're low on health or if you invade their space. Screamers you want to watch out for because they can bring swarms down on you. Run into a breaker, you're in trouble. Key to survival are your weapons and skills. Need to burn out a freaker nest but you're out of Molotovs? That's no problem. Your crossbow can use bolts that you craft in the field. Guns dropped by enemies, they're not great, but survivor camps will sell you better hardware. In a gunfight, combat focus can be the edge that you need to survive, allowing you to really focus in on a target and take the shot. Or use stealth, take him down quietly. Since ammo is scarce, you gotta be up on your melee skills. Crafting and repairing weapons is essential. In fighting 1 or 2 guys, sure, yeah, take them on. More than that, you have to be careful. Run away. Live to fight another day. In Days Gone, you have to take on everything from snipers trying to pick you off from the trees to wolves looking for an easy meal. Are you ready to fight?
Dying Light 2 features a functioning ecosystem that reacts on multiple levels to the things you do and the choices you make. In the example we're about to show you, our protagonist undertakes a mission for the Peacekeepers, one of the many factions active in the city. They want you to negotiate with two survivors who are controlling and hoarding a water supply.
Are you going to insult us with another final offer?
Let's say you choose to carry out the Peacekeepers' orders, one way or another. After this, you'll start seeing a significant change in the city, as access to the water supply has allowed the Peacekeepers to bring stability and develop the area. There's even running water for the people at street level. And that raises their morale and allows you to replenish your energy on the go. But there's a cost to this. The PKs have a rigid approach to law and order. So while the streets may be safer, it's only safe for those who side with them. So if you get on their bad side... Now let's return to that moment of choice. And instead of killing them, you choose to team up with this group to supply water in the black market. As you will see, this creates a very different set of consequences for the city. With water being a precious currency, it brings you access to new resources and trade. But this in turn attracts the worst type of people to the area. And this is just a single decision, one out of hundreds you'll have to make. But it allows you to carve out your own world, your own city from the apocalypse. Each player's game experience will be unique. And this is just a single decision, one out of hundreds you'll have to make. But it allows you to carve out your own world, your own city from the apocalypse. Each player's...
everything you do.
Time.
Let's get this done quickly. Get whatever the warden want and get home.
But I recognize them somehow.
What the hell is this place?
They're screaming at me. I don't hear them, but I know they're screaming.
You got anything?
Such hate and anger.
I hope you bastards are looking up once in a while. Those fuckers might be anywhere.
I don't know what I have done to them.
This place is so damn dark. Sleepers.
They want me to feel what they feel.
This is good, man. This is good stuff. It'll trade. Everything trades. Oh, fuck. To be honest, Eddie. Second! Keep your eyes on that door! Ah, shit, there's fucking loads of them!
Then I wake up. I'm not sweating or screaming. I'm perfectly calm. I just open my eyes and I'm awake. And it's not a nightmare. It's just part of me, who I am. I don't fight it. I just live around it.
Hello, and welcome to The Sinking City, a game of investigation and mystery set in a twisted Lovecraftian version of the 1920s United States. It follows the story of Charles Reed, a Great War veteran and private eye from Boston, who is fighting an uphill battle against terrible insanity. While looking for a cure, Reed finds himself in Oakmont, Massachusetts, a city devastated by supernatural flood, monsters, and madness. In pursuit of his goals, Charles will have to face terrors beyond human comprehension and investigate occurrences simply unimaginable in a normal society.
I apologize for my bluntness, but can I ask you a question?
Mouth?
Yeah.
Punishment. Long story.
With The Sinking City, we put the detective experience first. This means zero hand-holding from the game. There are no straightforward tasks and no objectives on the map to follow. We will never tell you how to approach a quest, where you should go, what to look for, who you should accuse.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay.
As you explore crime scenes and find evidence, all information goes into your trusted casebook. Here, you can review and analyze it, if you're in need of a eureka moment. Some evidence is pretty straightforward, lying around the gruesome consequences of someone's misdeeds. Others need a more intricate approach. In Oakmont, the veil between the mundane and supernatural is especially thin. Mr. Reed himself is no stranger to the paranormal. In fact, he has some useful tricks up his sleeve that can reveal the spell-covered traces of now, if you're clever enough to crack this riddle. And if you know detectives, you know how much time they spend doing research. So don't be too shy to talk to fellow lawmen.
Let me be frank, newcomer. You ain't welcome. You slip up, don't cross a T or dot an I, and I'll treat you like every other criminal here.
Never mind. Reed is a stranger in a strange land. So, as you can see, at its core, The Sinking City is an investigation game.
You will play your part. You will stay awake. Sleep is a poor excuse. And so are you. All preparations have been made. Your little toys await you upstairs. Time waits for no one.
Some parts are not to be played. Some